I was looking at some old footage of you, and I didn't realize you were like the king of inward heel flips, fool.
Switch inward hill flips.
What?
Yeah. I
Huh?
could I could do regular pretty good, but it was those all those ones in videos were switch.
Yeah, what's up with that? Who taught you those? Why'd you learn them? How did you get them so good? You know?
Dude, I don't know, man. I used to always skate switch. Like even in the early 90s, like no, but well, people were skating switch, but it was still like new, you know? It was like Solomon and Paulo, the Kings. But I would skate with those dudes. I'd be at Lockwood and I'd see them. Oh, dude, yeah, I could skate switch, do whatever, switch flips. So I started doing like, okay, who doesn't do certain people everyone do the switch kick flips, switch the basics, switch frontside flips, switch backside flips. Well, nobody's doing switch inward hill flips. Or people did switch backside hills all the time.
Mm,
But I used to do switch pop shove, it's really good.
mm.
Like over benches and.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yo, that's the flow, that's the same thing. So I learned switch inward hill flips really early. I think I was one of the first couple dudes to do them like on a regular basis.
Yeah, when I was a kid and I used to watch in the videos, I really liked your style. I liked you. I thought you had a cool name too. I was like, man, I was like Gino Perez. Like you can't go wrong with that name, you know.
It was kind of funky.
I no,
My,
dude.
my sister gave that's a nickname for Giovanni.
Yeah,
My actual name is Mariano Giovanni Leo Perez.
Mariano.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You have any Guy Mariano stories?
Not much. I skated with a guy a couple times with Mark, but that's about it.
Any?
Yeah, but I just chilled though, cause I was like, yo, this guy, dude, like what? Cause I was little and he was already banging big Powell style. I was like, dude. So I was kind of nervous. I was like, yeah, I'll just do a
Hey,
little here and there. Cool
hey,
dude though.
yeah. And then, how did you meet Mark?
I used to skate Glendale High way back in the early '90s, and that was just our go-to spot. It was like Eagle Rock, Highland Park. I grew up in Highland Park, so it was pretty close. It was like a bus or two, I think, to get there. And it was like Highland Park, Eagle Rock, and then Glendale. So sometimes we'd skate there if we didn't have bus money. So a ton of pros would go there all the time. It was just a spot to go. Good ledges, a stage, manual pads. I had everything, and it was real smooth ground. So we used to hit that every weekend. Lance would come a lot. And anyways, would be at Glendale High all the time. Pros on the weekends, they'd come. I used to skate the blocks really well. So Lance was like, yo, let me get that trick, I'm like, yo, for sure. So I was doing a lot of switch stuff on the blocks. And I'd wonder, like, what is he gonna do with this footage? Like, that'd be sick if I got to the firm, but no way. That's a dream, man. So he gave the footage to Mark without me knowing, because he wanted me to get boards.
Hmm.
And I go, well, what does that mean? And he goes, no, no, I gave your footage to Mark. And I didn't know what he meant, who Mark was. Like, he could have been any Mark. There's a ton of Marks. I didn't think Mark Gonzalez. He's always going to give you a call. He'll give you some boards. I was like, what? Mark who? I was like, all right, cool. Mark didn't call whoever this Mark is. And then one day I got home from school, and my mom was like, yo, some older guy called you. Why are older dudes calling you? She was all pissed. I was like, mom, because my mom didn't know what was up. She's like, you just go skate, you come back, She didn't know how good I was or how bad I was, or she just knew I was out of trouble skating. She's like, well, I don't like older guys calling. Who is that man calling you? I don't like that. Like, you're a kid. Why is this so, what? This is weird. I was like, oh, damn. So I missed the call. I'm like, what did he say? He just going to call you back. So I finally got his phone call, right? I answered the phone, and we had a two-way line. My sister was on the phone talking to her boyfriend or something. And she's like, some guys on the, well, you gotta fucking hang up. This is life or death. Like, I was all pissed, dude. Damn, chill out. All right. Because I didn't know he was ever going to call back. And I'm like, hello? And he's like, hey, is this Gino? You know, Mark. And Gino, I go, yeah, who's this? He's like, Mark. I'm like, Mark who? Yeah, Lance told me you're going to call. He's like, Mark Gonzalez. I was like, what? What? You need boards? You need boards? I was like, yeah, hell yeah. All right, come meet me at McKinley School in Santa Monica, and I'll just say yes. Like, what day? When? Okay, just like on Saturday at 10 o'clock or whatever. No, it wasn't Saturday. It was like a weekday, and I had school, right? So I was like, yeah, I got to ditch. I got to take the bus there. You know, like how am I
Yeah.
gonna get there? I don't even know. There's no Google Maps, bro. Nothing.
Wow.
You know. So I looked at the what was it? You know the map pages you get back then. What are they called?
MapQuest.
Map. Yeah. So I'm folding the pages trying to find the bus route and shit. So me and my buddy ditched school because I needed like a wingman because this shit was far. It was like near the beach. So I did school in the morning, went all the way over there. Mark rolls up, and I thought, like, yo, you're going to see my skills. Like, you know, pulls up some boards. I got a jam. I'm like, what? I thought we were going to skate. He's like, oh, here's some boards, man. I got to go somewhere. We'll skate on the weekend. I was like, all right, that's kind of weird, you know? But it was basically through Lance. Lance introduced me or gave him my footage. And he put me out right away.
When did you stop skating? Like when? Like and was it kind of like a? Did things mingle out and you're like, oh fuck it, I'm gonna stop, or was it a conscious decision like, I'm gonna go this direction now and kind of go away from skateboarding and do other things that I really love to do?
Yeah, it was more something like that. I was, you know, the kids were getting so good, you know, and I wasn't older, but I was a little older. And I mean, I stopped skating like 2000, I think, three, like officially pro stopped skating. When 60/40 ended, Mark went to Real. I'm kind of running 60/40 with Ron, you know,
Mm.
because Mark was like, yo, just run it. Like, I'm going to Real. So I was like, nah, dude, I'm gonna quit. Yeah, like I don't need. I'm cool, you know. Like you're my boy. I'm kind of like over it. Not over it, but I can't run a company. Or he's like, nah, just have fun. Like you already know what you're doing. So I hung around for like a couple of years after that, and then I quit. I just said I'm gonna pursue art because I was doing a lot of art at that point, and I was always drawing. My parents were artists, so I've been drawing and painting since I was like a little kid, you know? My dad would sit there and just paint for hours. And I was still skating a lot while doing art and like kind of changing my style at the same time. The whole transition where it's like, okay, I don't have these sponsors. I don't have to wear this. I could just dress like the way I want to dress, what I want to make. And I make clothes and stuff too at the same time. It was a big turning point. So I was free to just be me, like wear whatever the hell I wanted. You know, I think I dropped my Puma sponsor. I dropped my sponsors, all of them, like the same day. You know, I was like, I'm done. Called them up. Yo, thanks for everything. Um, Gave them a little speech and, you know, how great they've been to me and all that. And then I just cut it off.
Obviously, if anyone follows you now, they know that you're big into art, you're big into painting, you're big into design. Just do you have what's going on now? Like, do you have any upcoming design shows? Are you working on clothing design?
Yeah, I'm always having shows. You know, I was doing a lot of solo shows last year. You know, I'm more in the what design and clothing. I'm still doing that too, but I'm doing more custom stuff for certain people, like certain musicians or certain other artists. And I just got into some hat making for fun, and it's very underground. It's very I take my fashion and design stuff. I do some mainstream stuff, some campaigns. Like I did a Barton Prayer campaign for eyewear recently. They feature an artist every year, you know, and they did me twice.
All right. That's a cut. Gino is outie, son.
Gino Perez, thank you for this piece right here. Boom! From the ghetto to the Getty, baby.
In the ghetto, so I won't be hanging my socks on.